Ross is helping two families after a fast-moving fire forced them out into the cold this morning.
Flames tore through the Geneva Street home here around 6 o'clock this morning. Fire was so intense, crews were ordered to get out of the building at one point.
Eyewitness News reporter Brittany Schaefer is live in Providence now with the challenges crews face while trying to fight the flames. Brittany?
Well, Mike Shannon, the windows are now boarded up on this badly burned home. Let's give you a closer look at the third floor and the roof, which collapsed due to the intensity of the flames. Flames tear through this Geneva Street home Monday morning, forcing 4 adults and 4 children out in the cold. Providence Battalion Chief Kevin Jutras tells us he ordered his crews out of the building due to the intensity of the fire.
Companies arrived on scene to find heavy fire on the 3rd floor, as well as fire on the 2nd floor. Approximately about 5 minutes later, a second alarm was struck, and shortly thereafter, companies had to be removed from the building.
More than 50 firefighters responded to the 3-alarm fire. Jutras believes the fire started around 6 a.m. on the 2nd floor and then spread to the 3rd. He says the roof and 3rd floor collapsed.
We went to what we call defensive, so we focused on protecting the exposure building. So as soon as the companies were pulled out of the building, all our efforts were to control the main fire building and prevent the fire spread to the exposure buildings.
Neighbor Ken Richardson tells me he woke up to sirens and the smell of smoke and says he's never seen anything like this.
The smell was coming in the vents of the house, and I just got up in amazement. You know, all of a sudden how things can be calm and normal, and all of a sudden things can get disastrous. It was a terrible scene. It was a terrible feeling.
And Jutras says a bystander was injured after slipping on the ice, but luckily there were no other injuries. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. New at 6 what Richardson says he saw when he came outside. For now, live in Providence, Brittany Schaefer, Eyewitness News.
First at 6, new details on an overnight fire in Providence that forced 8 people from their homes.
It was first breaking on Eyewitness News this morning, and tonight a neighbor is telling us what he saw.
Eyewitness News reporter Brittany Schaefer has been on the scene all day. She joins us live from Providence with what she's learned. Brittany?
Well, Mike Shannon, crews were here for 5 hours fighting this fire. The chief tells us it all started on the 2nd floor, and as you can see from the amount of damage, it spread to the 3rd floor and attic. Ken Richardson woke up to sirens and smoke Monday morning. He then rushed outside and saw the building 2 away from where he lives engulfed in flames.
The whole street was filled with fire trucks. The 3rd floor, it was all engulfed in flame, and flame was just pitching out. I mean, it was bad.
Dozens of firefighters responded to the 3-alarm fire. Providence Battalion Chief Kevin Jutras tells us he ordered his crews out of the building due to the intensity of the fire.
Companies arrived on scene to find heavy fire on the 3rd floor, as well as fire on the 2nd floor. Approximately about 5 minutes later, a second alarm was struck, and shortly thereafter, companies had to be removed from the building.
Richardson tells me he has worked in the burned home before, and today he saw something he's never seen before.
This is my first experience of a major fire. You know, all of a sudden how things can be calm and normal, and all of a sudden things can get disastrous. It was a terrible scene. It was a terrible feeling.
And the 2 families who live in this building made it out safely and are being helped by the Red Cross. The cause is under investigation. Live in Providence, Brittany Schaefer, Eyewitness News.